Hi lovers, today I'm going to be talking about sexual red flags in women. So I am sure that the men want to know what these red flags are, so don't go anywhere. You're welcome to Eve's Desire by Tiwa Sis, and of course I'm your pleasure coach. So like I said, I'm going to be talking about sexual red flags. Red flags. And we are not talking in relationships here. We are talking in, sexual red flags. That's in sex, of course. And I know that I think I've taken this topic before, but this was when it concerned the men, in men. So it was for women. Today I'm going to be talking about in women. So it's for the men. And the first red flag is hygiene. Hygiene is a serious red flag. If a woman, if a woman comes to spend the night or, for the other room activity and she's smelling, for whatever reason, she's smelling, or you notice down there that, the place is smelling, there's a normal smell, like I've said several times, there's a normal smell that a woman has down there. It's just the smell, and that smell is even supposed to excite you, to what's that word now? To activate the pheromones, because some men like that. When they smell that, it excites them and it turns them on. But I'm not talking about smelly smell. I'm not talking about dirty smell. I'm not talking about fishy smell. So when a woman comes to you and she's smelling like that, looking like she's not had a bath in 2 days, 1 week, or on this is smelling, or you're smelling a mixture of wee, and that's urine. I know some women, I'm an advocate for water. Apart from communication, I advocate for water a lot. That when you use the bathroom, whether you are weeing or you are doing the big one, you should always use water. I'm not an advocate for tissue. People using toilet roll and all that. No, because I've told you several times that it really does not do the job. It does not clean perfectly. Water is it. Water is life. Water does the job. So all those people that do not use water, they will go to the bathroom 2-3 times a day. You go and wee, you come back. You go and wee, you come back. You are not using water. You are using tissue. You are using tissue. It's you we are talking about. So there's no how that at the end of the day or something, that place will not be smelling. Of course, it will be smelling, and it will be a mixture of urine and your normal odor. So it's not always very nice. So if a woman comes to you that way, especially if she's coming to spend the night and she comes to you that way and she's smelling, that means she didn't even prepare. Sometimes you even want to pretend that you are not like that and you want to put in extra effort because of you're going to see a guy and all that. But this one, she didn't even try and she's smelling. It's a red flag. It's a red flag. And some of you women, you wonder that, oh, okay, yeah, I was with him once and he didn't call me. Kiniko, he has seen what he wants. He has chopped me, blah, blah, blah. You go to see a guy, you have sex and he doesn't call you the next day, or you are the one chatting him and he's not replying you. My sister, that can be one of the reasons. Maybe you were not smelling so nice, but he couldn't tell you, so he just had to ghost you. Okay, so another reason why, another red flag in women is weaponizing sex. And I know that women do this a lot. And I'm not going to say here that, okay, it's men that caused it, or it's men that enabled women. But I would say it's society. Society has commercialized sex, so to say, and then also made the woman feel like her power is the sex. That's so okay, because she's the woman, so she has the power to withhold sex and then withhold it whenever she wants and then give the man whenever she wants. And then especially when they make demands that, oh, I need a new wig, I need a new bag, and then if you're not going to give me that, then we are not having sex. Or you call somebody over and she's saying, Kiniko, do you have money for my wig, or do you have money for this, or whatever. That is weaponizing sex. And if a woman does that, you already know where she's going, so there's no need for you to be thinking twice. It's a serious red flag, because it means that is how the relationship is going to be. That's what your relationship is going to be based on. It is going to be transactional. Although, like I've said, every relationship is transactional, but when it's money, that, oh, you have to give me money before I give you this, before I give you my body and all that, that is a no-no. It is a sexual red flag, and you may want to take note of that. Another red flag is comparison. If a woman is comparing you, is a red flag. Like she's comparing that, no, my ex has a has a bigger dick, or my ex does this better. Or I know that there are some men that don't like to do some sexual practices, and this is something that you should have cleared during courtship or dating here before you get into the bedroom at all. These are things that you should have cleared, during your dates, get to know each other better. It's not when you have now come into the bedroom, you are now. So when if your woman is comparing you that, no, you don't do this well. Oh, my ex used to do this. Oh, my ex does that. Oh, my ex baits for me. My ex washes my leg. All those things. When a woman begins to compare you like that, is a serious red flag. Now, this is not to say that a woman should not be upfront about what she wants. Like I said, that is why communication is necessary. You need to communicate about these things. Okay, these are my no-nos. These are my boundaries. This is what I like sexually. This is what I don't like. These are my kinks and all. So these are conversations that you ought to have had. So, but if you have had them, or if you have not even had them, and then you are now together, and then she's comparing, it's not good. It's not good at all, because it means that apart from sexually, she's going to be comparing you in other spheres as well. Maybe comparing you financially or any other way. She's just going to be doing the comparing game, and that is a red flag. So you may want to tick that as well. Okay, and then this body shaming. I know some people will think that it's only men that body shame women. No, there are women that body shame too. So if a woman is body shaming you, and of course in body shaming, it might also be comparing too, like, my ex had 6 packs, or this person I saw the other day. It's even possible she might not even say ex, or she might just be admiring somebody that, or telling you about somebody that, I met somebody today, he has 6 packs, he has this, blah blah blah, and then of course that you don't have that. So it's a form of body shaming, or they are telling you. But they are genuine. There are some that come from a genuine place. That's not body shaming. When somebody is really genuine and concerned about you, you will know the difference, because the person will not just be telling you. The person will be giving you possible solutions that, okay, why don't you do this? Why don't you will look better if you're like this. If you do this, it will be better. But not just outright body shaming you that, this your arm, it's like my thigh. This your lip is too big. All those things that do not make you feel good about yourself altogether. That is a red flag, and that is not a woman who really cares about you. Because if she does care about you, she wouldn't be putting you down that way. Okay, this next one, bad kisser. If a woman is a bad kisser, it's a red flag. I don't know, except some of you who don't like kissing altogether. But I don't know why you should not like kissing. So if you like kissing, because kissing is a prerequisite now, because you have to be able to kiss well. They say that, although I don't know if they say, but I'm saying that you will know how good a man will be sexually, in the other room, by the way he kisses. So if he doesn't even know how to kiss, it's a red flag, except if he doesn't bother you. That's fine. But if it bothers you, you will know from the kissing, you will know that this thing is not likely to go anywhere, as he can't kiss like this, he can't do other things well. Except of course you are willing to teach. And I don't know if it's possible to teach someone how to kiss. Is it possible? I think it's you either got it or you don't got it. So if the person is a bad kisser, and kissing is a thing for you, then it's a red flag. Okay, this next one is a big red flag, as in it's very big like this. He has light. If your woman is calling somebody else's name during the do, you are having sex, and instead of person, calling your name or moaning your name or screaming your name, whatever their ringtone is, and your name is caller, and the person is calling John, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. It's okay if the person is calling Jesus. Everybody calls Jesus. You know that, okay, she can't be cheating with you or Jesus now, that Jesus is everybody's boyfriend or something. Jesus is a name that people call. Even men, they call Jesus. But if it's not Jesus, if it's John, if it's Michael, if it's Tunde, if it's Kunle, if it's Femi, especially if it's Femi, you know all those Femis, they are very bad. If your girlfriend is calling Femi instead of your real name, just run. It's a red flag. Don't mind me, but I'm very, very serious. It's a red flag. If a woman is calling somebody else's name, there's no mistake there. It's a red flag, and you may want to just have a discussion. Maybe you don't want to stop while you're in the middle of it, so that you don't kill the moment. But after you are done, you will need to have a discussion. Like, auntie, what was that? Who is Femi? I should tell you it's her father's name. Don't mind now. Don't mind me. But you may need to have a discussion and find out who Femi is. So it's a red flag. And if you don't want to discuss, just know in your mind that there's one Femi somewhere. This is a red flag. So you may want to check that as well. So another one, this last one, is sexual incompatibility. How do I mean? Okay, so it could be in several ways. It's even possible to be in the kissing, like I mentioned. If somebody is a bad kisser and kissing is a big thing for you, that's a form of sexual incompatibility. But then again, if you are very active, in bed, like you are very active, you like to do styles, you like to do this, you like to, and then the auntie that you are with is not like that. Maybe she's just like mommy and daddy missionary style, and then she's thinking that what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Abi, she doesn't like back shot. You like back shot. She doesn't like back shot. You say it's for the devil or something funny. Just so that's a red flag. It's a sexual incompatibility. Or you like to do it 3 times a day or more than 3 times, or you just like to do it. But this auntie will only do it once, and after once, that's the end of it for today. That is sexual incompatibility. Or you are into oral, you like oral sex, and your woman does not like oral sex. That is sexual incompatibility, and that's a red flag. So, and I know that some people think that you can change someone. I've heard that several times, that okay, because you see these things, you see this red flag, and you think, with time it will change. Somebody does not like oral sex, you said with time it will change. Although there are sometimes when someone can actually, because I know that some people, the reason why they don't like some things, some sexual practices or some sexual things, is because they've not tried it, and then because of what society says about those things, or their upbringing, or things that they hear, that but then after they try it, it's 50-50. Either they like it or they don't like it. So if it's that case that they've not tried it and they try it, they could, but it's also possible that they may not. So if somebody is like, I don't do this, there are people that are very emphatic about it. I'm not into oral, I'm not into anal, I don't like BDSM, you can't choke me, you can't do this, and then you like those things. That is sexual incompatibility, nothing else, and it's a serious red flag. It's not something that you can just brush down, under the rug and think that it's not important. My dear, it is very important. Everything sexual is important. You think that it's not important until you are way deep into the relationship, and then these things begin to come up, and then they begin to affect the relationship. So I am sure that out of all these things that I've mentioned now, you have picked your own dear. So if you see anyone, if the person you are with has any of this, or 1 or 2 or whatever, if it's just 1 or 2, it might be time for you to just sit down and discuss it. Even if it's more than 1, you should sit down and discuss that, this thing is seeming like a red flag to me and I don't like it, and then you let your partner talk, and then you can settle it if it is settleable. But if it is not, just know that you are not compatible, and this is not something that you can change, because we all like to think that we can change people, you can change someone, but really you cannot change someone except the person decides to change on their own. So check these red flags. Share this video to that uncle that you know that his partner may have some of these red flags. Share to your friends, share to people who you think we need this video, and also subscribe so that you get notifications when I come out with new videos. And follow us on all our social media handles. It's in our bio. Just check our bio, you see all our handles. Follow us and keep watching. I'll see you next time.